In Indonesia, 18.
18. So half your target demographic are under the age where they might be able to actually use the motorcycle, so they wouldn't.
18 to 24.
I mean, I don't think the fans
The-
would mind buying Gatorade if there's a chance.
The 14-year-olds aren't usually the one that buys Gatorade. They consume it, but it's usually the family that buys the older ones that buy it for them.
How many more motorcycle crashes while they're doing Ramadan than any other time?
I don't know. Quite a lot. It's one of the bad traffic problem in Indonesia. But because traffic is so bad, most of the motorcycles aren't moving anyhow. So you'll be waiting there, waiting for the red light and for the 2-hour-long traffic jam to end, and you drink your Gatorade.
Would they be fasting?
Sorry?
Would they be fasting for like?
Oh yeah, but fasting ends at 6 p.m. People can stop fasting at 6 p.m. and that's when people usually come in. So, any more questions?
So, I suppose what I noted down when I first read through your notes was, where the value aid comes from sort of getting, when you're purchasing a motorbike, the idea of them being able to get a bowl of Gatorade or something like that, and it's not really kind of a comparable value, is it? It's not going to then make you decide to buy a Honda motorbike. If you're talking from the other side, so if you're looking at buying a Honda motorbike, the option of being able to get a bowl of Gatorade.
It's not a bottle of Gatorade, it's about a 1-month supply of Gatorade. And this would be timed whereupon you can redeem your bottle of Gatorade, your supply of Gatorade. Right during the fasting season.
Would you get the Gatorade at the dealer?
Sorry?
No, you'd probably get a voucher.
We could have various options. It could be at the dealer, or it could be via other distribution channels. It would be more economic to do it at the dealer, obviously.
Are you looking at this more as actually brand awareness than actual kind of get the energy drink?
It's both, essentially.
Yeah.
In Ramadan, people actually do really want to buy energy drinks, and people often buy motorcycles around this period.
I mean, if we get to the people that are create some sort of brand loyalty, especially with healthy, increasingly
And it's a brand issue as well. Gatorade is seen as sporty. This would make Honda seem more as sporty compared to its main competitor, Yamaha, for instance.
That's sort of seems more attractive to Gatorade, because I think if you win a motorcycle, how is that going to make people buy a motorcycle? If you just think that,
Oh, it's not that. It's for Honda.
It's just brand awareness. It's
For
not
Honda,
that
they get brand awareness, yeah.
it's a way to break into this market, which is it would be highly lucrative for them to break to the market. They could leverage the fact that they have a sports science centre, they have American football team stars, Chelsea football team. They get into the market.
What made you come up with this new customers? What's your experience?
I'm actually Indonesian,
No, I know, yeah, I figured that.
and
We were brainstorming first we were looking at
we were looking at China.
Yeah. And then
But then we figured out with China, they don't actually like artificially drinks. They prefer to drink Chinese products. Whereas Indonesians, from my personal experience, they really like American products. So that's that reason. And the motorcycle thing as well.
yeah, motorcycles are the main transport for Indonesians.
Okay. Thank you very much. Participants, judges. So, the pitches you heard were for the challenge of Saturday evening, the marketing challenge. Now we'll go on to the product development challenge, where the competitors had 3 hours to develop a product, a line of products, or a service for either Ferrari or Playboy. They will now present a 5-minute presentation to the audience and the judges, and we'll then have to answer the question of the judges. So can I please have Team Tornado come up?
We actually switched.
Excuse me?
We switched with Tornado.
Switch, alright. Can we please have Team
Ibsen.
Ibsen? You can. Please have Team Ibsen come up then. Thank you.
So we've come up with a very good idea for Playboy to expand their products to now encompass adult toys. And we would call this a Playboy Play. These products would be marketed, manufactured, and designed by Playboy with the Playboy brand, mainly targeting the same demographic that Playboy targets. Now, why should we get into this market? Why should we do these products? First of all, there's a 1.5 billion market for annual sales of adult toys. And this is actually quite a conservative figure. Others say it's 15 billion. In the USA alone, adult toy sales increased 50% during recession. Babeland, an adult sex toy, an adult toy retailer, showed an increase of 24% in 2008. So it seems recession-proof, which is good. And it's projected to grow, the market as well, is projected to grow by 30% over the next 10 years worldwide. Now, Playboy has the strength to enter this market. First of all, it shares the same target market of 18 to 34-year-olds. People who use Playboy products and Playboy services are the sort of people that you would expect to want to buy adult toys. Now, Playboy also has the established communication channels through its vast media empire to address these customers, which makes marketing really easy. And at the same time, competitors for these brands, currently most adult toys are manufactured by generic manufacturers in China. There isn't brand differentiation. The market is very fragmented, so this is a chance for Playboy to enter a market where it can potentially differentiate itself from the rest of the competitors because of its powerful brand. Next. Now, as you can see, although the main demographic of Playboy is male, 30% of them is female. And this female demographic is increasing as Playboy is diversifying into various services and products that are offered to females as well, such as their lingerie line. And as you can see, Playboy has a variety of services and products that are marketed to both males and females, such as their clubs, and casino partnerships. There's the Palms in Las Vegas, for instance. Adult toys. Currently, the main market for adult toys is women, although not by a huge margin compared to males, and increasingly heterosexual males are purchasing adult toys, so the demographic for males is growing as well, because attitudes towards sex is becoming more relaxed. So because Playboy has these various channels, we can use this to target adults, women, men, and couples aged 18 to 44 appropriately. Playboy in particular has been experiencing a focus towards couple adult entertainment, so we can use this to target couples. Right. We can employ a marketing mix involving various things, including promotions. For instance, every time you buy an adult toy, you can get a free subscription with Playboy. You can get Playboy bunny endorsements to make the product look even more sexier. You can use Playboy entertainment venues, as in their clubs, to launch these products. Product placement in Playboy videos to make people want to use the products because the bunnies are using them. And Playboy actually has quite a big media within, so it has internal channels, their store TV, their clubs, their magazine that they can use to advertise these. We can also use external channels that you can see here, but mainly we'd be using internal channels because that's Playboy's main strength. Next. Okay, we estimate that we employ several stages. First, you have to do market research to have a gauge of what products customers want precisely. We can have a basic or in-depth program. Product development would involve design of this product, and Playboy would have to manufacture, acquire or establish a partnership with the generic toy manufacturers. Most of this in China, so it would be quite low cost. And you would market it, as I've said before, via Playboy's internal channels and some external channels. Now, this would produce quite a lot of revenue. The profit margins for this is huge. You can manufacture a sex toy in China for $1, and then if you know here, I don't think you'd go to a sex shop or anything, but a product would cost $10 or $20 in America. So huge profit margins, and you can, And because Playboy's profit margins for publications are falling, this is a really good idea to tap into a high profit margin market. Next. In the future, because the market is immature globally, you could expand to emerging markets as attitudes towards sex becomes more relaxed. Demand for these products would likely increase. In the shorter term, you could, if it is successful in America, you could expand to Europe or other more liberal Western markets and expand your product lines. In terms of competition, there is no dominant player. As I've said, it's very fragmented, and main competitors such as Victoria's Secret are not actually planning on entering the market. So Playboy would have a advantage in terms of entering this market sooner than the other competitors.
Thank you very much, Team Ipsen, for the presentation. Judges, please. Any questions?
I've got a question. It's twofold. So my question is, why aren't Playboy doing this already? And the second part to that is that from what I've seen out in the marketplace, they've almost taken the opposite approach into new markets that they're entering by becoming sort of more child-friendly, which is almost contradictory, but by having sort of like, you know, pencil cases and, you know, underwear ranges for children and things. It seems like it's a polar, they've obviously got a polar plan where, you know, where you're positioning that they move, and they've almost like, it's like they move in the opposite direction. So
Yeah, although they move in the opposite direction, Playboy is still the dominant player in the adult entertainment industry, and I think this would be a good opportunity for them to consolidate that position. Playboy obviously has more of an edge in the adult sexy type industries compared to marketing to toys, which is why we considered that a product related to sex would be more marketable, and would be one in which Playboy's brand is more marketable, I suppose.
this would be US based.
This would be in the US.
Initially,
And as to why Playboy hasn't done it before, I don't know.
How long did you have to do this task?
2 hours. And we only had 3 people because the other kid is in
So
Indonesia.
no one thought about calling up Playboy and asking them why they haven't done this? Just try it.
I didn't know it was possible to do
You
that.
can always try.
Probably. Call the CEO, why don't you have sex toys?
No, you don't call this here.
currently Playboy sell 2 sex toys on their website in their Playboy store. What we're proposing here is a new division where they manufacture, distribute, promote, and sell the products.
Playboy
Rather than
doesn't...
just taking 2 products from a wholesaler and selling them. This way they have top to bottom control of this product, and they could possibly turn this into their main revenue stream like their publication business is failing.
Mainly now they're just selling their brand to generic manufacturers, and they're not actually promoting these products well. And we would make Playboy actually make these products so that you can maintain the quality of these products to reach the kind of upper end, middle upper end
But that's the thing, I
demographic.
mean, Playboy's a publishing company mainly, right? That's, you know, internet, I mean, they don't, you need a different set of skills. You have to set up a whole new division of the company to produce physical toys.
And the cost of
It's not what they know how to do.
We would
It
start,
makes more sense to actually partner.
we would, yes, that's what I
Someone who
said.
already makes sex toys and make Playboy
There
brand.
could
But
be,
it's-
yeah, there could be an opportunity to partner with a manufacturer in China, and then Playboy has a licensing division, and they could license these products and sell them in their stores, go to exposés. For example, the AVA is the world's largest adult exposé. 2-3 weeks before Valentine's Day, they could launch they'll have their own clubs where they could launch these products. They can really make this market their own. So if someone does do a Google search for products such as this, Playboy would be at the top rather than a bunch of other companies you've never heard of.
What percentage of sort of the adult market does Playboy have in its current sort of like shape? Do you know what percentage of the market?
It's about 65. I think it's about 70%.
But the adult market in general is kind of shrinking because of the availability of free internet.
The publication business,
But it's still dominant.
they've moved more towards entertainment. They've opened clubs, they've opened casinos, and membership for these clubs and casinos is generally between £1,000 to £15,000. So they're really targeting high-end customers.